Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Okay, have a nice day, everyone. So today we are going to continue our lesson. Okay, so today we are going to study in detail about the process happen in the kidney. Okay, so let me set up first. Okay, guys. So yesterday we learned that nephron is a kidney cell that contain 6 different things, which are Bowman capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, um, distal convoluted tubule, collecting duct, and the last one glomerulus. Okay, so I just want to make some revision. So basically, all this nephron, okay, we can find in between cortex and medulla. So the location you can find here. Okay, so this is one unit of nephron. Okay, guys. So yesterday also we have learned how to draw one unit of nephron. So one unit of nephron should consist of 6 different things. So right now we are going to study in detail what will happen in all place. Okay, so now we go for glomerulus first. Okay, here. Okay, glomerulus. Okay, so basically you have to know that glomerulus is a bundle of blood capillary that is connected from afferent afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. Okay, so this is one unit of nephron, and if we make it bigger, we can see this kind of picture. Okay, so this is glomerulus, and it is connected by afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. Okay, so as you notice here, it say the words wide, and here it used the words narrow. Okay, so we can say that the blood will flow from afferent arteriole to efferent arteriole, where the blood vessel is getting narrower. Okay, from wide to narrow. Okay, so when this happen, this actually can create a high hydrostatic pressure. Okay, so this will create a higher hydrostatic pressure that will push, okay, that will push a small thing, okay, from from glomerulus to the Bowman capsule. Okay, so here. Okay, so that process is called as ultrafiltration, where we know that it involves in glomerulus and Bowman capsule. So, okay, here as I mentioned just now, the blood flow from wide afferent arteriole to narrow efferent arteriole, where the blood capillary is getting narrower. So as the result, this will increase, or this will create a high hydrostatic pressure that will push the small substance from glomerulus to the Bowman capsule. Okay, so this is what I have taught you just now here. Okay, so that process is known as ultrafiltration. Okay, so this is the note for you. I hope you guys can copy this one. Okay. So basically, if you notice, it say that many small components of the blood are filtered out from glomerulus to the Bowman capsule. Okay, so the example of small substance that will be filtered out, okay, from glomerulus to the Bowman capsule, for example, water, urea, glucose, fatty acid, glycerol, and so on. Why? Because they are small in size. But for example, blood cell, protein plasma membrane, it will remain in the glomerulus because they are large in size. Okay, so they will not be filtered out. Instead, they will remain in the glomerulus. And once the small, the small component is filtered from glomerulus to the Bowman capsule, it is now we can call them as a glomerular filtrate. Okay, glomerular filtrate. So this is the example of the small substance that will be filtered from glomerulus and get into the Bowman capsule. Okay, why they get filtered out? Because they are small in size. So once they get into the Bowman capsule, we call them as a glomerular filtrate. Okay, and this process is known as a ultrafiltration. Okay, guys, so moving forward, okay, now we have done in glomerulus and Bowman capsule. Now this glomerular filtrate, it will go to the proximal convoluted tubule here. Okay, this is Bowman capsule, this is glomerulus. Okay. So the glomerular filtrate will go from Bowman capsule to the next destination, which is distal convoluted tubule. And the next process is known as a reabsorption. Okay, so let's go in detail. Okay, so it takes place in a proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle. This one is loop of Henle, okay, not loop of hole. This is other hole. I don't know what hole it is. Okay, so this process reabsorption will take place in proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, and the last one, collecting duct. Okay, I know you guys remember, right? So here is proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, this is loop of Henle. This is distal convoluted tubule, and the last one we have collecting duct. Here we know the process happen is ultrafiltration. Okay, other than that, okay, the process involved is reabsorption. Okay, now we are going to study in detail what reabsorption means. Okay, so reabsorption is a process to transfer the useful component from glomerular filtrate such as glucose, salt and water to the blood capillary in the kidney. Okay, because we know that inside glomerular filtrate, okay, there are a lot of things. For example, is what? Water, urea, glucose, amino acid, salt. Okay, but as we know that all these things are useful, so that's why we need to reabsorb them. Otherwise, they will be eliminated as a urine. So that's why reabsorption is very important. Okay, after all, only one thing will present in the urine, which is urea, because urea is a waste product. Okay, so all of these need to be reabsorbed. Why? Because they are useful to our body. Okay, moving forward. Okay, so reabsorption. The first one, okay, so this is glomerulus, this is Bowman capsule. Now, glomerular filtrate will go to the proximal convoluted tubule. And these are the substance that will be reabsorbed. From where to where? From kidney to the blood capillary. So here, there are a lot of blood capillary present. Why? Because all these useful substance will be reabsorbed. Okay, so for example, the first one, water. So water will be reabsorbed from proximal convoluted tubule to the blood capillary by osmosis. Okay, remember anything that involve water, the process is called osmosis. While the glucose, amino acid, vitamin, and some salt will be reabsorbed back by active transport. Okay, so this is the name of the process and this is the substance that will be reabsorbed in proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, the next one. Okay, as I said, the same process will occur in loop of Henle. Okay, but here, loop of Henle, only 20% of water will be reabsorbed. Okay, and this is done by osmosis. Okay, and then the other side of loop of Henle, there will be some salt will be reabsorbed, and that process is known as a active transport. Okay, so the same process but different substance will be reabsorbed. Okay, and then the next one is reabsorption at distal convoluted tubule. Okay, so here the same thing that will be absorbed, which are water by osmosis and salt by active transport. Okay, so here it depends on the concentration of water and salt in the blood. Okay, so for distal convoluted tubule, it is very special. Okay, so before reabsorption happen in distal convoluted tubule, our body will detect. Okay, our body will detect the content of H2O and also salt in our blood. For example, okay, for example, if our body has higher water content, so it means that water will be less reabsorbed. Okay, for example, if you drink a lot of water, for sure your water content in the body become more. So here it means that the water will be less reabsorbed. Okay, so vice versa for salt. Okay. Okay, and then the last process that will happen in the kidney is called secretion. Okay, so the first one, the waste product are removed from blood capillary to a distal convoluted tubule. So as I said here, even though in the picture there are no blood capillary shown, but just imagine that here there are a lot of blood capillary. Okay, here they just show a nephron. Okay, bear in mind, surrounding the nephron, there are a lot of blood capillary. So because we know that some of the waste product are still present in the blood capillary. So here, secretion will also happen. Okay, remember for distal convoluted tubule, there are two processes happen. The first one, reabsorption. The next one is secretion. So secretion where the waste product, for example, urea from blood capillary will be taken from blood capillary to the distal convoluted tubule here. Okay, so the secretion involves simple diffusion. For example, drug and toxic substance. For example, if someone take the drugs and the drug will be reabsorbed, okay, to the distal convoluted tubule. Okay, but if there is a ion or ammonium, it will be taken from blood capillary to the distal convoluted tubule by active transport. Okay. And after that, what's left is just urine. So you see here. So when when all of the useful substance is reabsorbed, so what's left is just urine. So this is collecting duct. The collecting duct function is to deliver the urine. Now when it present here, everything's left here, we call them as a urine. So the urine, okay, will be transferred to the ureter. You guys remember ureter, right? So from ureter, either vagina or in the penis, okay? So will be excreted out, okay? Okay, so after that, what's left is just urine. Okay, so here, this is the general knowledge about urine. So basically, urine, the color is clear, or urine is clear, and the color is pale to a deep yellow, and the pH is acidic, okay? So you don't have to try yourself, okay, to put litmus paper or whatever. So right now it's proven that inside urine it is acidic. Okay, and then this is the component inside the urine. Okay, so most of the substance present in the urine is water. Obviously, because air nama lagi air kencing kan, takkan keluar udara. Okay, and then this is the waste product, for example, urea, uric acid, and so on. And the last one is salt. Okay, salt depending on the concentration of salt. If it is too much, then it will be excreted through the urine. Okay, so this is the other picture about the urine. So you can see here. Okay, urea. Okay, chloride, ion. Okay, these are the excessive ion. Okay, that will be secreted through the urine. Okay, so all of these, most of them contain water. Okay guys, so I think that's all for our class today. So I hope you guys can understand. So those who don't understand, you can PM me. So I will upload this video to the YouTube. So please write down your name and class on the section below for me to take an attendance. Okay. So don't forget to complete your task. Okay. I need you to draw this nephron, and then please draw and label them, and then put okay the characteristic and also the function and also the process okay happen in each place. Okay guys, so I think that's all for today. So I hope we can see again on the next class. Okay, assalamualaikum.